Yeah, 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 yeah. This the Brad and Memory Show. Yeah, this the Brad and Memory Show. Yeah, this the Brad and Memory Show. Yeah, this the Brad and Memory Show. In the field with my dogs, like the Sixers, we gon' ball. Wake up early in the morning, tune in anytime at all. Hard time, all season, don't believe in off seasons. Watch the Phillies, watch the Flyers, and the Eagles on the weekends, yeah. This is not your ordinary radio show. Ain't just talking sports, we be talking about the culture. All across the globe, anything you wanna cover. This is for the fans, no room for our front runners. This the Brad and Memory Show. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know the vibes.
Yes, sir. You know the vibes. Brad and Memory Show. Marques, Brad, I'm just Memory.
Yo. What's going on?
Man, football's back. That's what's going on. Football is here. It's upon us. Even though the game wasn't great.
Question for you, real quick before we get into it. Do you still have wood?
Yes. Yeah. It was just my hands were behind my head. I was just watching, just beaming with happiness, seeing football back. It's just something about football that just hits different than any other sport.
Did you put anything on the game yesterday?
No, because I was a little like, as we got closer, I got a little more nervous about this game. I didn't see that. The Rams looked really bad, and we'll get to that a little bit. The Bills look really good, and I also want to get into I want to elaborate on where I'm coming from with the Bills because I want to talk to you a little bit more about that. And when we get into our national football stuff, we'll get there. But first, yes, it is football season. Yes, the fall's upon us. But we got a basketball season around the corner, too. And your Philadelphia 76ers, ladies and gentlemen, made a really nice late off-season move the other day, signing Montrezl Harrell, 2-year deal, option for the second year, very friendly contract. He's going to be a great backup for Embiid. There's a lot of history there. Played for Doc Rivers with the Clippers. That was when he was Sixth Man of the Year. Also, some of you may not remember that he was part of the Chris Paul trade to bring Chris Paul to Houston. So he really got his bones going in Houston with James Harden. Actually, and again, people may forget, but the combo to James Harden, it was 70. I think it was. I'm trying to think that exactly, but something like they combined for something ridiculous, like 75 assists in a 17-18 season. Because he's one of the things he does really well is rolling the rim. Very athletic guy. So Harden loves guys like that. And him and Harden had a nice combination going before he got traded for Chris Paul to pair that backcourt up. So really good. And again, I'm glad to see that Daryl Morey is a friend of the show because, what I've been preaching ever since the end of all season is too many nice guys. It's too many nice guys in that squad. Too many guys that you would ask to go take your sister out on a date. I don't want those guys on my team. I need that dog. And now you got those guys. PJ Tucker. Now you got Montrezl Harrell, DeAnthony Melton, who a lot of people aren't familiar with.
We got the enforcers.
Yep, will be.
We got the enforcers.
What's inevitable? Tyrese Maxey getting a hard foul in the paint in the playoffs. Now I know there's going to be people stepping up, getting in his face. Because that guy, that enforcer role, that type of player, it can't be your best player. It just can't. You can't have Embiid protecting Tyrese Maxey. You need those other guys to do that. And now you have those guys. And now what you hope is those nicer guys, they're going to learn from the example of these guys that aren't so nice. Montrezl Harrell, I think, will instantly be – he's going to be a better – I'm not complimenting this on player-wise, but personality-wise. His play will back up his personality a lot more than Mike Scott did. People are going to love him the way they loved Mike Scott. It's going to be that.
What about the latest showing from Furkan?
Yeah, Furkan what So did you hear the entirety of that story?
Yeah.
So this wasn't even just on the court. It got busy in the locker room too. Ferk.
Yep.
Ferk out there fighting 3 or 4 Georgians.
Yeah. Did you see George Niang?
Huh?
Did you see what Niang said?
No.
He quote tweeted the video on Twitter.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, you need some backup?"
Oh yeah, you know what? I did see that. But yeah, it's good. It's good to see this team will have a lot more attitude this year, and I'm really excited about their future. I mean, the East, we'll get into it as we get closer to the season, but the East is absolutely loaded. There's going to be some really good teams that don't make the playoffs out of the East. And there's going to be some
Better not be the Sixers.
Yeah, right. There's going to be some really good teams in the play-in game, in the play-in tournament coming out the East. The East is stacked. But we had to touch on that, obviously, because this is not just a football show, it's a sports show. But obviously the main event and the main court is football. Last night, Bills play the Rams. Bills absolutely obliterate the Rams. It was not competitive. Even when it was 10-10, it didn't feel competitive. And I think this is kind of week 1 really has become an extension of the preseason because these guys really aren't playing anymore. They're not getting these reps up. So it could get like that if you're not prepared. So I'm still surprised by the result. Super Bowl champs getting drummed like that at home is something you don't see every day. The Bills looked absolutely phenomenal, and I want to touch on that real quick. I've been saying that I do think the Bills are going to take a step back. I don't think it's possible to recover from that loss. However, I'm not saying the Bills will not be a good football team. The Bills have an elite roster. They will be a really good football team. I don't see them getting to the next level because I don't trust them at this point. I don't think you can. Listen, I'm old enough to remember 4 straight Super Bowl losses. I remember those Bills teams, and I just believe there's certain teams and franchises you can't trust to close a deal. And until the Bills close a deal, I'm not going to trust them anymore. They told me for the past couple years, I'm out on them getting to that next level because I think they're kind of one of those franchises, Murphy's Law, where something's going to eventually go wrong. What can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah, the Rams played a bad game. They're not a bad team. They played to get Matt Stafford. That second interception I think he had.
What? That was a big.
I don't know. I don't even know what he was throwing at. That was like when you're playing Madden and you hit the wrong button.
Right.
So Matt Stafford's not that bad on a if they played this game again in 3 weeks, you may have a different winner, but you'll definitely have different results.
Right.
That game is the Bills are not 21 points better than the Rams.
No. And it was easy, it was effortless. It never at any point felt competitive. They were getting Von Miller looked incredible.
And if we want to talk about the game within the game, how about Josh Allen just giving the business to Jalen Ramsey for a perfect passer rating against him?
Went after him. And Stephon Diggs talking, getting right in his face. Listen, the mystique.
That GQ article really is coming back to blow up in Ramsey's face, isn't it?
The mystique of Jalen Ramsey kind of, for me, started to wear off a little bit last year. He got beat.
Yeah, but the thing is that he's a high risk, high reward corner.
Mm-hmm.
So when his risks pay off, he looks absolutely dominant.
That's fair.
When his risks are not paying off, he looks pedestrian. What makes him though overall above average is that he will come up and thud you. There's corners out there that will not thud you. Jalen Ramsey is not that corner.
1,000%.
But I think that I know it's personal between the two of them. Every time Josh Allen plays against it's from when Ramsey did that GQ article and said Josh Allen is trash. The Bills made a mistake drafting him. Ever since then, every time Buffalo plays against either the Jags or the Rams,
he goes after him.
Allen eats against him. And now, that was before he had a number one guy with him. Now he's got a number one, maybe of number ones with him. Yeah, that will go up against you and get in your face. Yeah, so I think that Yeah, I think that it's personal between Josh Allen and Jalen Ramsey.
I agree. They re-signed Dalton Knox going into the game, signed him, I think, a 4-year extension. So that course, Josh Allen looks absolutely terrifying, by the way. I mean, he really did. But again, going back to my original point, there's been plenty of times the Bills have looked really good, like really, really good, and you've seen games out like this before. They're gonna have to show me when it matters. They're gonna have to show me in the biggest of games. I need that out of them, and until proven otherwise, I can't ride with them anymore based on recent history and based on history going all the way back to 35, 40 years ago. I mean, it's just I need to see it. So not surprised they look good. Surprised about the outcome of how big of a blowout it was, but not surprised how good it looked. But we were going to do more of and on Fridays will probably be more of our national day around the league. I guess for me, the biggest story right now is Lamar Jackson and his contract situation.
I mean, let's see, we're recording this at 2:36 p.m. right now, Friday. I believe he put a 4 p.m. deadline of today on it.
Our deadline of
so
today.
By the time we are done this show, we'll be real close to the deadline. So I don't know what the Ravens are doing, Marcus.
So here's the deal. He's looking for the contracts, the 200+ club. And, Mahomes is in that club. Kyler just got his big deal.
Mahomes is in a category of his own. That's not.
Yeah,
right.
That's 400. Yeah, right.
He's like almost 5. Yeah, he's in a category. Mahomes is in a category of his own as far as total value, and Rodgers is in a world of his own as far as per season value.
Right. So, but he wants to be paid like guys of
Deshaun, like a Deshaun Watson, a 230 like that.
So here's the deal. And we've hit on this a little bit before, but I want to elaborate on it today because it's a perfect time to talk about it because Lamar Jackson is looking for a contract, and he fits his mold. Listen, I'm gonna sit here and say right off the bat, when he came out of Louisville, I did not see him being this dynamic. I did not see him being this exciting. I didn't see him being this big of a playmaker in the NFL. I didn't see him being this good at football on this level. I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was going to be a guy that, he's going to get a job in the league. I didn't think he was going to be on this level. Lamar Jackson is an elite talent. He's an elite talent. And I want you to listen. I'm going to say it one more time so people hear what I'm saying. Lamar Jackson is an elite talent. He is not an elite quarterback. And that, I believe, is the disconnect of why he's not getting his money. Here's the deal. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. As a quarterback, you cannot be better at running the football than throwing the football. That cannot be the thing you're best at. It just can't. I don't care. And Lamar Jackson, listen, going back to Mike Vick, 2004, he's on par with that type of athleticism. Maybe the best athlete as a quarterback we've ever seen. But he's not great at throwing the football. And it shows up in those bigger moments, like playoff games, like we've seen in the playoffs, and seen teams make him one-dimensional. He also, this is a little weird. I found this a little weird, but he's not great against the blitz. Usually running quarterbacks are pretty good about getting out of there and being able to escape pressure. Because usually a blitz, you're playing, zone blitz, but usually playing man-to-man in a blitz. Usually they're good at getting out of there and getting those yards. He's not good at that either. He actually is pretty bad against the blitz. These are things that are going to kill him. Lamar Jackson worth.
See, but here's the problem though is with blitzing him, is that on those plays where he does beat the blitz, it's usually a touchdown. Because if you're coming after him and you don't get home, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's fair, but it's for me,
his problem is that he can't diagnose the blitz. I don't think.
Right.
It's not that he can't beat it, that he's not physically able to beat it. I don't think he can diagnose it before it comes. It's just he snaps the ball and the blitz is there.
Right. The problem is with me, I look at this guy, like he wants to be paid on a Deshaun Watson level. Okay, well, let's take all the criminal stuff out of it and let's compare Lamar Jackson to Deshaun Watson. Who would you rather have? 1, 2, 3, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, easy.
No question. Like Josh Allen, for instance. Josh Allen is, well, I mean, he's a bigger guy. He's more.
Well, I'll give you a good comp for him, and somebody that just got paid himself, Kyler.
But I take Kyler because I think Kyler can throw the football.
Yeah, but think about everything. Like they are very similar players. I think that they're the most comparable to each other. I think if you're going to comp someone to Lamar or Lamar to someone, it's Kyler. But the difference is that does Kyler have an MVP?
No,
he doesn't. Kyler doesn't have an MVP. Lamar does. Does Kyler how many division titles does Kyler have? How many division titles does Lamar have? Plus, is Kyler out? Kyler's out here. He has a hey, you need to study clause in his contract. Now, it was apparently removed. Do you ever hear anything? I mean, just look at the way his play improved. Do you have any questions about Lamar's dedication to getting better?
No.
So I look at it that if you're giving me the option between, like you just said, Deshaun and Lamar, obviously we're taking Deshaun. If you give me the option between Kyler and Lamar, I'm taking Lamar over Kyler. I think he got 160, maybe 170, 180, something like that. Kyler got. He didn't get as much as Deshaun did at 230. I know that, but Lamar is a comfortable 180 to 200. I don't want to give him I want to give him over 200, but he's a comfortable 180 to 200 player. He's what the Ravens want as their. He's what the Ravens want as their quarterback, as far as everything off the field, and then on the field, like I said, he just happened to be a 23-year-old MVP.
Yeah, I mean, and like I don't think he doesn't deserve like not to get paid. That's not where I'm coming from. I just think what he thinks he's worth is very different to what I think he's worth.
Well, like I said, I think he's 180 to 200. I want to give him 200 plus.
I don't think he thinks that.
But the thing is, I think the Ravens have been lowballing him around the 140 to 150 range. I think that's too low. I think he deserves 175 to 180 at the bare minimum. Now, does he deserve Joe Burrow money? No, he doesn't deserve Joe Burrow money. Does he deserve Justin Herbert money? He doesn't deserve Justin Herbert money. Does he deserve we already said Mahomes already got paid. Does he deserve that kind of money? No. Does he deserve 200 plus? No. But he deserves somewhere in the 175, 180 to 200 range. He deserves more than Kyler Murray deserves.
I just don't want my quarterback playing football like that. He's ran the ball, I think, about 620 times in the past 4 years. No, that's not okay. Especially for a guy of his body type. No.
I mean, we're not obviously in the meeting rooms down in Baltimore. We don't know. But you got to remember, this head coach decided, you know what? I'm going to take my entire offense and base it around this. I don't want to say that Harbaugh is not coaching him up, because everybody knows what kind of coach that he is. He's going to. But it's not like we're sitting here where he's pounding into Lamar's head, or at least we don't know that publicly. That he's not pounding Lamar. Don't run. He said, all right, we're just going to take our offense.
He can't. That's the problem. He can't. You can't tell him to get back there and drop back 5 and 7 steps and his quarterback. He can't do that.
But the reason that you're okay with it is that you haven't replaced him yet.
Well, yeah,
that's why that brings me back to what are the Ravens doing? If you're fine with him as your quarterback because you didn't draft anybody else to replace him.
Yeah,
you're okay with his style of play because you're changing your playbook to it. So why are you not signing him? That's my problem. You have no reason not to sign him. No, go ahead. What are you saying?
They're just really far apart on, I think, the value. And you're right. You can't have it both ways where you're telling him to play this way, but you're not giving him his contract because he plays that way. I see that side of it too. However, I'm looking at this from an outside perspective, and I know you cannot win ultimately playing this way. You just can't. We saw a little bit of that. Like what the Eagles were trying to do last year was kind of like a Ravens light. It kind of was a very similar style offense. It's just we don't have Lamar Jackson back there. We had Jalen Hurts, who's not as athletic as Lamar Jackson. But overall, that style of football, you can't win that way. You just can't. And you got to be able to make the throws.
Yeah, but let's not kid ourselves. There's 20 to 25 teams out there that would take Lamar as their quarterback.
Of course. Yeah, of course. But here's my deal. I'm taking Lamar and I'm dedicating trying to get him to be a better thrower of the football. Like that's where I'm coming from. I love the athleticism.
And that has to, I think, come down some on Harbaugh. Or, whoever is in charge of that with it. I'm not, I don't want to put it directly on him personally, but someone there, and we're not in the meeting room, like I said, that could be happening, but you don't hear anything about it. Like you don't hear even like leaks about it. You don't hear his wide receivers come out and are like, no, it's cool. Like Hollywood Brown, could have came out and blasted him. What do you do? Oh no, Lamar's that dude.
Well, a lot of it for Hollywood Brown, like the go route's still there. Like Lamar can make that throw. It's not Lamar's arm strength. It's just the progressions. And like for Hollywood Brown, yeah, it's a great fit for him and Lamar.
Like the Niners, they would be a problem. If you put Lamar on the Eagles, I mean, they like you said, him and Jalen Hurts have kind of a similar playing style, so it would just be upgrading your style if you had Lamar. But
I wouldn't. The way he plays right now, no, I don't want that. That's not for that.
Yeah, I think you're underrating him a little bit.
I've seen that movie before. Like I know how it ends. I know how the movie ends. It doesn't end with a Lombardi trophy. That style of football will not end with a Lombardi trophy ever.
Would you rather have Lamar or Dak?
I mean, Dak, to be honest with you. Because, like...
Would you rather have Lamar or Kirk Cousins?
Okay. Hold on. That's not...
Hold on. Last year, Kirk Cousins threw 33... last year, Kirk Cousins was 33-7 in his splits.
Yeah.
He was 33-7. He was 33-7 in his splits last year, and his defense gave up the lead 7 times in under 4 minutes. Now, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not sitting here trying to be a Kirk Cousins apologist. I'm just like, these are the comps around the league.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is, Jesus is on that man's side. Definitely. I firmly believe Jesus loves Kirk Cousins. Not that he doesn't love us all, but he definitely loves Kirk Cousins for the fact that Kirk Cousins was able to parlay his Washington career into the first guaranteed contract in the history of the NFL. Like, Kirk Cousins, like, listen, good for him. Good on him. But
isn't this his last year for that?
What's that?
Isn't this the last year of that deal? I think it is.
Has it been that long already?
I mean, think about it. We smoked the Vikings with whoever they had for the title game.
Chase Keenum.
Yeah. And then they came back. They came back the next year with Kirk Cousins.
So that's 18.
And I believe it was a 5-year deal. 4 or 5. Either way, I believe this is the last year.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he'll get re-signed to a $150 million contract. I wouldn't. No, I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm not, I don't want to, I'm not signing him to that contract, but somebody will.
He's good enough at looking just good enough that you want to do things like that. Like he's good.
He looks good enough that I just want to punch him in the face sometimes, but
yeah. But anyway, I don't want people to misunderstand what I'm saying. Lamar Jackson deserves a new contract. He deserves to be paid. It's just that when you do that, just know if he doesn't make some drastic improvements in his passing game, that team's not going anywhere. It's just not. And we have
Okay.
103 years of documentation to prove that. When did Mike Vick become his most dangerous? 2010. When he was able to throw and he had that ability to run. Where you had to respect.
That was such an unfair team.
Oh my gosh. That's one of the biggest what ifs in like Eagles football history, that 2010 Eagles team.
Let me tell you a quick story about that season, all right?
Yeah.
So that year, I'm fresh 21 years old.
Okay.
Good time to turn 21. I'm fresh 21 years old. So what is one of the biggest party days of the entire year? Not just football. I'm saying the entire year, Marcus.
Thanksgiving Eve.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm fresh 21.
That's a day.
I'm out that night going hard. It's the first time that I can show up to Thanksgiving hungover and not get in trouble. So I show up to Thanksgiving the next day. Not only, Marcus, am I hungover, I'm still drunk from the day before.
That's a good feeling.
I'm walking around telling everybody about how the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. They just won like 10 games in a row. Michael Vick is the presumptive MVP. Deshaun Jackson doing whatever he wants. LaShawn McCoy is doing whatever he wants. Brent Selleck is top 5 tight end. The defense is eating. Andy Reid looks like the second coming of Bill Walsh.
Yeah.
It is all coming. And I remember my aunt looking at me and goes, "You think the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl this year?" I go, "Yes." She goes, "The Eagles will always be the Eagles. You're drunk." And I said, "No, Andy Reid cracked the code. He got Michael Vick to what he needed to be." It's like breaking down. You ever been to Topgolf? You ever been to Topgolf?
No.
Do you know what Topgolf is, though?
I know, yeah.
So you know how like the different like targets and zones?
Yeah.
Vic one time said in an interview, he goes, "Andy Reid taught me how to read a defense by setting up nets." He's like, "This net was worth 1 point. This net was worth 2 points, et cetera, around the field with 9 different nets, short, intermediary, and long, deep throws." He goes, he would throw different coverage schemes at me, and I would have to pick it and throw it into the net. And he goes, "Our receivers are so fast, you don't need to throw it to them. Throw it to the net." He goes, "That's how he taught me how to read defenses." He goes, "Andy Reid taught me how to read defenses by throwing footballs into netting."
Well, you look at those.
And it paid dividends immediately.
There was 2 benchmark games that I remember stick out. There's a Washington game, Monday Night Football, everyone remembers, and then the Giants comeback game. And you just going into that Vikings game, you're 10-4. Like if they don't lose to Joe freaking Webb, and if
Tuesday night game,
they're probably the top 2 seed. They're gonna buy. Instead of playing Rodgers with a wild card game. And they almost won that game too. But and also Green Bay, by the way, is the eventual Super Bowl champions. If you look at the playoffs, the Eagles played them best out of anybody in that playoffs. So that was the only competitive team Packers had throughout the entire playoffs. So that's one of the greatest what ifs in Eagles history is that squad. Squad was incredible. So the power rankings are out.
I actually never saw that Deshaun Jackson return. I mean, I've seen the replay of it.
Deshaun Jackson gets a block. Are you kidding me?
I was driving home. That game was it was the last day of classes before winter break. So I'm driving home from Penn State listening to it. We're getting the doors blown off them. I'm like, I'm tired of this game. I turn it off. I pull into some place on the side of the road in the middle of Pennsylvania just to get some pizza. I walk in, sit down, eat the food. I get back in the car. The post-game show is on in the car, talking about the Eagles win. Missed the whole thing because I was like, they lost, and I blew it off.
I can't blame you because, I was home with nothing to do, so I just sat through it. They were down 31-10 with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Like this comeback was insane. They scored 28 points in 7 minutes. And really, they scored 21 points in 3 minutes. You blinked and all
that was like something you do in Madden. Like doesn't happen in real life.
Right. And all the Giants needed were 3 first downs in the game, and they couldn't get any. It was insane. It was insane. Anyway, the power rankings are in for the NFL this year. I don't think it comes to anyone's
This
surprise.
Does this include yesterday?
No. This is going into yesterday.
Okay.
I don't think it surprises anyone the Falcons are 32. I think that's kind of,
Wow, really? I thought the Jets would have been 32.
Where would you think the Eagles are? Power rankings.
So I know the national media. Is this a national poll? I'm assuming.
This is the Athletic.
Yeah, they're all drunk on the Eagles. I'm gonna say like maybe 6.
A little high. They're at 10.
They're at 10. Okay.
Now the top 10 are. I'm going to go 9-1.
Okay.
Niners, Packers, Bengals, Ravens, Chargers, Bucks, Bills, Chiefs, Rams. Now, out of that 9, I think the Niners will be out of there.
Yeah.
I think the Bucks will be out of there.
Yeah, I was about to say they're in top 5, aren't they?
The Bucks are
The Bucks have no.
They're 4.
They have no business being in the top 4, let alone the top 10. I don't think.
Everyone else I'm comfortable with. Well, no, the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs will be out of there too. I actually.
We talked about the Chiefs are going to take a step back.
I got the Chiefs on upset alert this week against the Cardinals.
I don't.
Upset alert.
I don't trust Kyler without Hopkins.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, I no real major surprises out of this ranking so far, except I think the top 10 is not great. Everyone else, I feel like, is kind of where they should be. I think the Raiders are a little low at 17. I think the Vikings are a little high at 16. I think the Colts could be a little higher up. I think the Dolphins are another team on upset alert this week. I don't believe it yet.
Whoa! You think the Dolphins are going to lose?
Upset alert.
The Dolphins are favored.
Right. I got them on upset alert.
So you think the Dolphins are going to lose?
Yes.
That's crazy to me.
Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
They're only 3.5 at home.
I know, but I mean, look at the Patriots under Bill Belichick's tenure going to Florida to play the Dolphins?
True.
It doesn't bode well for them.
It doesn't. But I don't know. It's got a feeling. Got a hunch.
So you have faith in Matt Patricia as the offensive coordinator then?
Yes. For this week.
Oh.
I'm not saying the Patriots are going to be the world beaters, but
I mean, the Dolphins have a good defense, right?
I do. I'm aware.
You're scaring me, man.
Okay,
You're scaring me over here. Okay.
But anyway, yeah, no real major surprises. MVP odds are out, and the guy you saw playing football last night is the favorite, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
To take that home. Everyone's just really, really high on the Bills. Two here. I mean, I think this is just people kind of just doing the normal names that you want to see. Patrick Mahomes is second in odds. Tom Brady's third. I'm worried about Brady this year. I'm just not, for all accounts, he looked good when he was in training camp. But it's just a feeling I have. It's just a feeling. Herbert, boy, fourth in MVP odds.
Yeah, is he still 9-1?
He is a plus 850.
Oh, he's 8.5 now.
Yep. Aaron Rodgers, followed by Joe Burrow, Matt Stafford, Russ Wilson, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson.
Nice.
That rounds out your top 10. Yeah, I mean, the Mahomes is the Rodgers. You're obviously going to put those guys on there because they're who they are. But, everyone's really high on Allen and the Bills. And, like I said, I think they're going to be a good squad this year. I think they're going to be good. However, you got to show me in those bigger games. So we'll see about that.
That's fair.
All right, so we were talking about picks. Do you want to move on to some picks?
Yeah. So what do you want to do first? We have our best bets for the week, or we have the schedule to run through. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's go best bets of the week.
All right. So I asked you to get your best 3 bets of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I have my best 3 bets of the week. We're going to log them, Marcus, and at the end of this season, we're going to see who is a better, and who metaphorically earn more money.
Okay. So
do you want? So let's go with you. And I asked you specific for those out there listening. I asked Mark. I didn't want him to give me like a minus 450 favorite. Of course, you're going to pick those. So these are all fairly good odds to pick from. So I would like to hear what you have selected for your bets.
So this 3-game parlay gives you a plus 581. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take Commanders minus 2.5.
Okay.
Jags. I'm very high on the Commanders this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the Colts to cover on the road against the Texans at minus 7.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take the Chicago Bears, the Monsters of Midway, to cover against the Niners.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you were taking money line. You were scaring me there.
No, that would have been. Wait, if it did money line, I would have shot those odds up to plus 1131. No.
Yeah, you're scaring me.
Then the cover. I let them cover at home. I don't trust Trey Lance. I think they'll win the game, but I don't think you can give Trey Lance a minus 7 on the road right now.
Okay. Or is that parlay all 3 of your bets, or do you have 2 others?
That's all 3.
That's all 3? Okay. So okay, so I have I also have a 3-game parlay as far as though all money lines though.
Okay.
Eagles, Colts, Broncos will give you a plus 163.
And you should be safe with those on the money line.
You should be. Then I also I went that as just one of my bets. I also have 2 others for you. Okay. Now, can I gloat on my bet from yesterday a little bit that I sent you?
May.
I mean, the under wasn't even a sweat.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you placed it or not, but I'm on. Hey, I sent it to you. I'm on record. That was I called that one.
You're looking strong at halftime.
Oh, at halftime I was thinking about should I bet more on it, and then I saw it was down to I think 47.5.
Yeah.
Which it still would have been good, but
yeah, it's quick cut and close.
That one was a little too close for me.
Yeah.
So then I got one from college. I'm going Ohio, not Ohio State. Ohio.
Okay.
Yes. Plus 24.5 against Penn State.
They're going to cover.
Yeah. I have no faith in the Penn State coaching staff.
Okay.
James Franklin is in year 1 of a 10-year deal, and we are screwed as Penn State fans. There is no way, even against a bunch of cream puffs at University of Ohio, that they do not cover the 24.5. There is no take this 24.5 and run with it. If you find it higher, put even more money on it.
All right. Okay, what else you got for us?
Over 52.5 for the Chargers-Raiders game.
Over. Interesting.
Over 52.5.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, all they each need is either 4 touchdowns. Now, I understand, don't get me wrong, I'm asking for a lot. But we're talking about 2 top 10, potentially top 5 offenses competing against each other in this game. In a dome that has no impact on the weather.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns apiece and 2 field goals. 4 touchdowns apiece, that clears. Let's not act like both teams aren't capable of putting up 30.
Very capable.
I like the over 52.5.
Okay.
And the odds for the odds for the Ohio Penn State one is minus 108, and the odds for the Raiders Chargers is minus 106.
Okay.
So just off of even money.
All right. All right. Well, I guess we'll see what happens next week.
Yes. So we have that. I mean, you have 49ers, Colts, and what was the third one you had to cover?
You got the Colts at minus
49ers.
Commanders at -2.5. I got the
Commanders. That was it.
The Bears at +7.
I actually really like your Commanders pick. I may mess around and put that in myself. I like that a lot.
That's a little low for them. I think they're gonna come out stunting.
I feel like we're both higher on the Commanders than most people are.
I agree.
Picks for the week.
Carson, Doug.
Yeah, Carson. I mean, that revenge could be real. That revenge could definitely be real. But let's dive into our picks for the week.
Okay.
As we did last year, we would often pick. I believe. Can you believe? Across the entire season, you beat me by 2, only by 2.
2 games?
2. Yeah, you had 2 games lead over me through the entire season.
Wow.
Pretty close.
Yeah, too close for
so,
well,
I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking to flip. I'm looking to flip that in my favor this season. So, we're going to disregard the Thursday game because we both lost that one.
Yep.
So we're not going to obviously pick that one again. Bengals, Steelers. Who do you got?
Bengals. I like the Bengals.
Yeah.
I'm down the Steelers this year. I think this could be the first losing season. But you did bring up a good point about Ben Roethlisberger last year and how this possibly could be an upgrade at quarterback.
I mean, he was so bad that anything's pretty much an improvement over him.
Like it was wild watching him drop back there.
Yeah, he was not good.
No,
not good at all. Next game we have. We'll save the Eagles game for last. So let's go. Well, obviously, I heard you make this pick earlier with your bets, but 49ers Bears.
I like the Niners to win the game, but I like the Bears to cover.
Okay.
Just give me the Bears cover for me.
All right, so now we go down to South Beach, where Marcus apparently could potentially have the upset alert. Is he going to pick the upset, though, when we have the New England Patriots going against the Miami Dolphins?
Money line. Patriots will upset the Dolphins this week. Mark it down.
Wow. Okay, so we have our first disagreement.
As usual, per usual.
I don't know.
When the Dolphins have expectations, it never bodes well for the Dolphins.
Do you know who the number 1 corner for the Patriots is?
No.
Jalen Mills. You know who the number 1 receiver is for the Dolphins?
Cheetah.
All right, so next we have the Browns and the Panthers in the Baker Bowl.
The Baker Bowl. Baker wants revenge, but he's not going to get it. Browns are going to win. They're a better football team.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know anybody that. I don't know why people think the Panthers are going to win this game. The Browns are a good roster.
Yo, you know that throw that Matt Stafford made last night where we were like, what? Baker's going to give you 2 Sunday.
He does those every week.
Every week.
Like Baker's not good enough to have the chip on his shoulder that he has.
Baker against the Packers last year was one of the most comical things I've ever watched in my life, the way he was throwing the ball all over the place. And, oh, by the way, speaking of overrated quarterbacks, I don't know if you guys have heard the news that Johnny Manziel will have a documentary on Netflix.
College.
I'm going to watch.
Legend.
Yeah, I'm going to
College legend, NFL bum.
It'll be entertaining because he's an entertaining guy. It'll be entertaining. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah. I won't check it out, but I'll still look forward to hearing your critique of it, though.
All right.
Colts, Texans.
Colts, no brainer. I agree. -7. I definitely take them to cover. No brainer. Easy.
Yeah. I think this is potentially the biggest mismatch of the week.
I would agree.
There's maybe one other potential big mismatch, but this is 1 or 2. I also have the Colts. Here's potentially the other bigger mismatch. The aforementioned Lamar Jackson and the Ravens traveling to Zach Wilson and the Jets.
Traveling to Zach Wilson, but Zach Wilson will not be available till week 4. So,
he's not playing this week.
No, Nope. He's
okay.
towards meniscus in the preseason.
Yeah, I heard that he could potentially be back though.
As of last night, it was looking more like week 4. I haven't heard anything new that he's going to play, so I'm assuming he's not going to play. So the Ravens should stomp all over.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. That's probably the biggest mismatch of the week, if not the Colts.
Yes.
Then you have the 32nd ranked team, according to the Athletic, and the Falcons playing against the New Orleans Saints.
I mean, the Falcons, yes, they're going to be really bad this year. I don't know what the Saints are going to be this year. I have no idea. I think they're going to be bad, but, I don't know. Who knows with them, but they're going to win the game. They're going to beat the Falcons.
They have a solid defense. They had a solid defense last year. They still have a solid defense.
Yeah.
They didn't lose anybody over there on the defensive side of the ball, besides the safety that the Chauncey that the Eagles got. But they have other safeties there, so they should be fine. I don't really like Jameis Winston, but I like Marcus Mariota even less. I don't need to hear Jameis Winston talking about the human body anymore, though.
Bro, I was just going to bring that up with how symmetrical. What was he talking about?
Well, first you got your hands
and your feet,
and then your feet, and then on your arms you got your wrists. And what are the wrists on your legs? Your ankles, and then you got your shoulders. What's the shoulders on your legs? It's your hips. And then we all know the elbows and the knees. He said that. I wanted to punch him in the face.
It's symmetrical. Dude, when he said, I would have been like, hey, yes, you, sir. James, what in the blue hell are you talking about?
I mean, don't forget, this is the same guy who ate the W.
Right.
You remember that, right?
Say it again?
He's the same person who ate the W.
What?
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Eat the W.
Go look up Jameis Winston pregame speech. He gave the wackest pregame speech I've ever seen in my life.
Was this with Saints?
No, this is when he was with Buccaneers. Like his speech is so bad, Deshaun Jackson halfway through it turns around and walks away. Deshaun literally was like, what's this man saying?
Yeah.
He comes out, he has his fingers twisted up in the W, and he goes, "Boys, when we come out here, we eat this W," and then he licks all of his fingers. And Deshaun Jackson was like, "I'm out."
What?
You
looking good?
I will entertain the people for 30 seconds. Get your phone out, look up Jameis Winston eats the W. Okay? Look right now, Marcus, pull it up.
Crab legs. It's a lot to unpack with Jameis Winston. Symmetrical. It's a lot.
And then did you see the video of him running through the dummies in practice?
No.
The blocking sled dummies knocked them over. The sled knocked him over, Marcus.
Not surprised.
I'm picking the Saints, but I don't feel good about it.
Neither do I.
Next, we have Commanders and Jags.
Commanders will cover the 2.5. I like the Commanders to be comfortable on Sunday. Comfortable Commanders.
Yeah, I think the Commanders are going to win as well. I like Carson. I don't like him as a person, but I like him as a quarterback.
I'm going to pair on
the next
Commanders.
Yeah.
Such a bad name, Commanders. It's horrible.
Yeah. We're going to call them the commies. We're going to call them the commies on this show. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings.
Again, upset alert. I like the Vikes. At home. Woo! Skull. I like the Vikes at home.
I'm picking the Packers, though I fully acknowledge that the Vikings could win this game. I'm picking the Packers strictly because I will never be able to pick Kirk Cousins against Aaron Rodgers. I just can't do it.
Okay, that's fair.
That's the only reason I will never.
I just gotta see Rodgers receivers. I don't know what this is gonna be.
But I know I can't take Kirk Cousins over Rodgers. I just can't do it. You got the Giants traveling to Nashville.
Taking Nashville. Nashville hot chicken.
Nashville. Oh, I love some Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah, me too.
Nashville is, though, have you ever been to Nashville?
I haven't.
One of the worst cities to go visit. Don't do it.
Really? A lot of people say
man.
you go hang out.
Do those people like country music?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
That's fair.
Then this is my shootout game of the week.
Okay.
Raiders-Chargers.
I told you, this doesn't mean I don't think the Chargers will go deep. I do. I like the Raiders. I'm high on the Raiders this year. I'm taking the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers.
I think the Raiders will be the story of the NFL. You know how they have that team that's the story of the league? The Raiders will be the story of this regular season.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers because they're going to be a problem this year.
That's your guy.
The defense, the offense. Oh, it's just like they got Khalil Mack now. They got breaking news. Breaking news coming down via the NFL.
Okay.
Right now about Lamar Jackson.
Oh, okay.
And he did not get a contract. The highest offer they offered him was $45 million a year, and he turned it down.
So $45 million. How many? They say how many years?
No, they offered him multiple deals at $45 million a year, but he would not budge off the fully guaranteed contract. So it appears it was not an issue with the money; it was the fully guarantee.
Can't fully guarantee a guy who plays football like that at the quarterback position. You just can't do it. It's not good business. I wouldn't do it either. I'm not fully guaranteeing you running the ball 658 times in 4 years. The hits you're taking? No. You're out of your mind. Yeah,
that's coming down for rap sheet. So you can run with it.
I mean, listen, Lamar Jackson has it's been documented. He's done things differently his entire football career, representing himself, betting on himself. But this may be a huge mistake.
Yeah, I mean, one of two things is gonna happen. Okay, A, he's going to shoot himself in the foot, and he's not going to he's going to have a bad year, or B, he has a good year. Burrow and Herbert both get signed in the offseason. The market goes up dramatically, and the Ravens are screwed.
But I go back to my point. He can't put himself on the Burrow and Herbert.
No, I agree. No, but their contracts will re-establish the market.
Bill the Bear?
Yeah.
Herbert and Burrow build a quarterback.
Oh, I know.
Jackson doesn't fall in the category of build a quarterback.
I can't wait till we have Lombardi on and have him mediate our Burrow-Herbert debate. I'm not sure there's someone better to mediate the debate.
Yes.
But it is going to so when the show maybe not the first one because we don't want to scare him away right in the beginning of the season, but the second time we have him on, come prepared because we're having that debate.
Okay.
And he's going to tell me what he tells me every time I ask him that question. I don't care. Give me one of them.
Right. Well, I mean, that's really
And we both acknowledge that we're splitting hairs. Like,
for us to do
if you had Herbert and I had Burrow, neither one of us would complain.
Right.
It's just we want the other one. We just want the other one.
Exactly. Yeah, but I don't like this for Lamar at all. I think this is he's much pressure on himself to be basically perfect this year and to evolve and to do things that we haven't seen from you. So what do you do? So what do you do if it's typical Lamar? Great season, plays really well throughout the first, second round. What do you like at that point? You've just done what we already seen you do. What, you want more money now, huh?
He needs to do one of two things. And the thing is, chances are if he does one, the other will come with it. MVP or AFC title game. Chances are if he wins the MVP,
I think he's got a Super Bowl.
No, because with the gauntlet, but the AFC is a gauntlet. If you can just get to the title game, that means you probably downed two monster quarterbacks on your way.
Okay.
If he's in the NFC, I agree with you. But I mean, if he gets to the AFC title game, he will probably have faced some combination of Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, Herbert, Burrow, Matt Ryan, Josh Allen. He will have and beaten at least one, if not two of them.
The MVP doesn't do it for me because we've seen that.
Oh, no, that's what I said. Chances are, if he gets one, he'll get the other. Like, if he makes it to the AFC title game, he'll be in MVP contention. If he's in MVP contention, the Ravens are balling and potentially, in the contention.
Well, I want to watch it play out.
Yeah. Next up, we have Chiefs Cardinals. You calling the upset on that?
I'm going to be safe. I'm going to take the Cardinals to cover, but I do think they will win the game. But I'm not going to go that bold.
Taking the Chiefs.
I take the Chiefs to win. I take the Cardinals to cover.
I'm taking the Chiefs too because I don't trust Kyler without Hopkins.
Yes.
Same kind of thing where I can't take Aaron Rodgers over Cousins. I can't take Kyler without Hopkins. Because if you go back and look at Kyler before they made that trade, he wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Now, he was young, but he still wasn't that great.
Yep.
You had the Sunday night, the primetime game. Marques, Cowboys.
I would, if I'm a betting person, I would not touch this game.
No, you're staying away from this game. You're not picking this game either side.
Most people want to pick, people want to pick the Bucs because of Brady. I just don't got a good feeling about what's going on over there, man. I just don't. If I was betting this game, I would take the Cowboys an upset alert. I would
take the under. This is the game you bet the under on.
I don't like saying it, but I think they're an upset alert. I think the boys do it Sunday night.
So I'm actually going against you. I'm taking the Bucs because I think that the Bucs roster is more intact than the Cowboys roster. And if you're going to put me into a battle of wills, whose will is stronger, the will of Tom Brady or the will of Dak Prescott, I'm going to take the will of Tom Brady. But I'm fully acknowledging, as I did with the Vikings and Packers, I think that the Bucs win, but the Cowboys could lose. But I'm taking Brady against Dak.
I wouldn't touch this game at all, though.
No.
This game is not a game I would. It's just too many variables, too many things go wrong.
You're asking me to bet on this. If I have to bet on it, I'm taking the under. That's the only bet I'm comfortable taking on this game is the under because I think they both suck. Monday night, please tell me we're in unison with this pick. Broncos, Seahawks.
Broncos cover.
I mean, like Russ could have the jaded lover revenge in his eyes for this game.
Good,
because I don't think that was not the most amicable breakup.
No,
it wasn't the harshest, but it wasn't the most amicable.
Well, I mean, going all the way back to their last Super Bowl loss, there's a lot of whispers and things in that clubhouse about Russ, the leadership. Is he respected? Is he liked? He took a lot of bullets for them throwing the ball in that position. Was he jealous of Marshawn Lynch getting all the credit? It was a lot of things that they could have protected him from. They kind of didn't, and it lingered for years and years. We've heard whispers about him leaving up to like 3 years ago. So, yeah, I think that it might be a scoring lover situation.
Definitely. So and then obviously let's pick the Eagles game. Last game. What do you think?
I think the Eagles win. I think it's going to be a little closer than people think. I would not pick them. I'd take the points in this game. I would take a money line just to be safe because I just think that it's going to be everything we know about Detroit plays close games. You're up there. This actually, hold on. Let me pull that up real quick. Stat about this game going into Detroit. This is the first Lions home game that's not Thanksgiving game that has been sold out in standing room only since 2017. So
yeah, I heard that. Though that is skewed slightly because no one had fans in 2020.
Yes,
so you have to deduct one season off of that.
But even going back 2017, I'm sure the game before that was like 2013. Like the Lions, the people are pretty high.
I mean, whenever they had, I'm sure you may even be able to go back. How many? I mean, I'm not asking you to look this up. I'm just throwing this out there. But how many sellouts have they had since they got rid of Megatron? Well, let me rephrase that. Since Megatron retired, I didn't get rid of him. But I bet you that was a dramatic drop off in their season ticket holders.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, you lost the greatest wide receiver, arguably the greatest wide receiver ever.
Yeah.
Or at least the most dominating. Maybe not the greatest, but the most physically dominating.
Right. Yeah, so
that's 4 games that we split on.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, really.
4 games. We split on the Patriots game. We split on the Vikings and Packers. We split on the Raiders Chargers, and we split on the Bucks Cowboys.
All right. Well, we'll see how that shakes out.
Yeah.
All right. So it's Friday. Top 5 Friday. Let's get to it.
Oh, we're back. And this one could be kind of controversial, okay? We're going, as always, we're going to go 5-1, okay? However, hold on to your seat because I fully expect you to have some problems as we unveil the top 5 TastyKakes.
Okay.
Number 5, the blueberry pie. Now, if you prefer a different fruit, that's fine. If you prefer the lemon, the apple, the cherry, that's fine. I just prefer the blueberry fruit over all the other ones. But the fruit pie is number 5. You want to pick a different fruit besides blueberry?
I'm an apple lemon man.
Are you? Okay. I'm a strawberry blueberry.
Okay.
Though I do like the lemon. Do not like the apple at all. But the lemon's not bad.
Okay.
But out of the fruit, I'm picking the blueberry. Though, you want to pick a different one? By all means, go ahead. Number 4, the chocolate cupcake with the white icing with the chocolate line down the middle that's cream filled.
Okay.
I think they're just like the chocolate. I think they're just called like the chocolate cream filled cupcakes.
Okay.
Number 4. Those are number 4. Number 3, the chocolate junior. You're familiar with like the 2-layer cake, yellow cake with the chocolate icing.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 2, the cream-filled butterscotch crimpets.
Okay.
And number 1, if anybody doesn't have this as number 1, it's on site. And that's the peanut butter candy cakes.
Good. I was worried that the peanut butter candy cakes are.
They're they are number 1, and they are the undisputed number 1 seed.
Yeah, I won't argue with that. Now this is big cream talk out of you. I'm not a cream man at all. No.
The thing is,
do it
without cream. They're too dry.
I can't do the cream. I don't like whipped cream. I don't like icing. I'm out on cream. Any kind of cream, I'm out. Now, the coffee cake is an item for me that I need on that list.
Coffee cake got an honorable mention. Okay, it did get an honorable mention. It didn't get registered, but it did get an honorable mention.
Not a crimpet man because of that icing. I don't do the coconut junior. I don't get involved in any of that stuff.
Oh no, the chocolate junior, not the coconut.
No, right. No, I'm saying the coconut junior. I hate.
Anything. I hate coconut too. If somebody tries to offer me coconut, I might punch them in the face.
Yeah, I've told the story on the show before how the first time I had coconut snack time, didn't know, I started instantly crying. I had no.
Yeah, we don't advocate for violence on this show at all. But if someone offers me coconut, I might shank them.
I have no problem with that.
And if you give me coconut unexpectedly, I am shanking you.
You kind of caught me off guard because I'm doing my own research here because I want to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bro. The honey bun.
No, I don't like honey.
What are you, a bear? It's not that type of honey. It's not real honey.
Yeah, I don't like the taste of honey.
But it's not real honey. It's like a glaze. It's like frosting. It's not real honey.
This is coming from the man who doesn't like cream.
Cream's disgusting.
You're telling me
I don't like cream.
We're splitting hairs. We're talking about the difference between glaze and cream here.
No, we're not. Because cream, yes, you're right. I don't like cream. I don't like the way it feels in my mouth. I don't like the way it looks. I hate all of it. I don't want it. No, I'm not doing that. However, the honey bun, you're confusing it with real honey. You could not like honey but still enjoy the honey.
I've had the honey bun. It would be in my bottom five. It would be in my bottom five. It would be in my bottom five.
But you said that's fine. You could have it in your bottom five, but your reasoning was I don't like honey. That's silly.
I don't. I don't like honey.
The honey bun taste is nothing.
I mean, grape stuff doesn't taste like grapes either. I like grapes. I don't like grape stuff.
That's fine, but it doesn't change the fact you're saying the honey bun tastes like honey.
I'm out on it.
That you could be out on it. I'm not disputing. That's fine. You're out on the honey bun. I don't have a problem with that. My problem is why you're out. You're saying it tastes like honey.
It does.
Honey? It tastes nothing like honey. Have you had actual honey?
Like real honey? No, I try to avoid it. I don't really like it. I mean, I've eaten it in my life. Have I eaten it in my life? Like, yes, I've ingested it in my body before in my life. Yes, I don't like it.
What did you get? A tube shot? What are we talking here? You ingested it.
Like I orally ingested it into my body. I did not like it, and I'm out on it.
You didn't like honey? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. It's okay for you not to like honey, but the honey bun, I think you're giving the name a disservice. It's not, honey.
Well, here's what I'll do for you. Over the weekend when I'm at the Borgata,
frosting on there.
TastyKake. What's that?
The frosting, the honey bun's a great item. It's great.
You have to agree to disagree on this one.
You said you're gonna try it again?
I'll give it a shot this weekend. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll come back on Tuesday with a full report.
Milk?
I don't really drink milk.
You don't drink milk with you're one of these people that don't drink milk with your sweets? What do you have with your sweets?
Nothing.
You don't drink anything while you're eating your sweets? So you got a brownie, okay? A nice brownie in front of you. You're not washing it down with a nice cold glass of milk?
Hell no.
What are you washing it down with?
Nothing. If I'm thirsty, I just drink water.
What? You drink water with a brownie?
I drink water with everything.
You don't even do chocolate milk?
No. I mean, like, chocolate milk's okay. I'll drink chocolate milk.
So do you not drink stuff while you're eating?
No, I do. I just don't drink milk.
So, like, you gotta crimp it. A nice crimp it. Okay? You're just getting water with that? I see the water bottle, but you don't have a crimp it right now.
That's, but the thing is, all I really drink is water. Like, I don't drink a lot of. Like, it's my I drink water. I drink lemonade. Alcohol's excluded because
yeah, of course
you don't drink alcohol. Yeah, like that doesn't count. But like water, lemonade.
I'm like you. I probably drink 90 to 100 ounces of water a day, and like I especially
I've seen you at the live shows with the big water bottles. They go.
So summertime, I'll have a little more fun stuff. Like that 9-month run of September to June, it's primarily water. Like I'll even with like a cheesesteak, I'll have water with it, which people would think a little weird. But like,
no, because the thing is that I can't not drink while I eat. Like I need to drink something while I'm eating, and I can't drink alcohol while I eat. It doesn't quench my thirst. There's about 3 foods I can eat with alcohol, like pizza, wings, and burgers. Like that's about it. Like outside of that, it doesn't. I don't want it. I want water.
There's only 2 foods I can't have water with, and it's hoagies. I have to have a soda, and it's Chinese food. I have to have a soda. It just it just doesn't taste. It tastes weird with water. Like hoagies pairs terrible with water. Anything else, I'm good. But a hoagie needs a soda. Chinese food, I believe needs a soda.
What soda are you picking?
See, for a hoagie, I like orange soda. Chinese food, I like Coke.
Okay,
that's the pairing. It's like wine, like wine pairing, but just for.
Yeah. So I never drink soda ever. I haven't drank soda on a nearly consistent basis since I was in high school. However,
yeah,
I will do some damage to orange soda.
orange soda is goated. Like, here's the deal. I have terrible eating habits alone.
I made that awful orange soda drink at your holiday party.
Yeah, orange soda doesn't pair well with alcohol.
No, I learned that the hard way.
Last resort. But like, so for me with soda, obviously it tastes delicious. But with my eating habits, if I drank soda a lot, I'd be dead. So like, that can't be a thing.
I have a terrible diet.
Yeah. So I can't. If I was like one of those people that just drank soda all the time, I wouldn't be here right now. I gotta have, like, if I'm gonna have those other vices, soda can't be here. That can't be something I'm doing all the time.
I just don't think it tastes that good. I just like, I'm not really.
Here's something.
Except, give me that soda with the real sugar. That's what I
I'm gonna hit that. That's what I was getting to. Have you ever had the cane sugar soda? Is goated.
Yeah, give me that.
Cane sugar soda is goated.
Yes.
So good.
Give me the old real sugar soda. Yeah, I'll drink that all day long.
Isn't it sad though?
Surge. Give me Surge. Oh man, you remember when KFC still had trans fats in the chicken?
I do.
Oh man, go to KFC, get like a big 8-piece meal with macaroni and cheese, biscuits, gravy, and then get it with the real sugar 7-Up.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I could dip
you had to get that off the menu before people were getting tired of it.
Wedges in the mashed potatoes with the gravy.
Do they still make the KFC chicken bowls with like the mashed potato bowls? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm not sure. I actually haven't been to KFC in years.
I love KFC. Just too expensive. KFC is expensive for no reason.
It's very expensive. Well, so is Taco Bell. You buy a taco for $30. Insane.
You listen. You keep Taco Bell out of this. We're going to just move on. Okay?
People like me can't go to Taco Bell because I'm spending $50. I can't go to Taco Bell and do like a 5-spot.
I hear that. I know. And you feel bad eating the party pack yourself.
I don't feel bad. Listen, back in the day, they used to call it the bag of food when I go order. I used to get the grande meal and eat by myself. The grande meal, for those you don't remember, it was 12 tacos, a Mexican pizza, and what was the other item? Is that it?
Nachos.
Nachos. I used to do the whole thing by myself.
You used to have the Bel Grande nacho or something it was called?
Yep. Literally, it was shut down.
Nachos Bel Grande.
The entire kitchen was shut down. I watched everyone just making my order. It's great.
It has to happen.
Yeah.
I told you about the 150 taco order I did in Virginia.
Yes.
I'm never going back to that place ever again.
Yes.
I had the money. They got paid. They got paid. I fully completed the transaction. Mm-hmm. But they do never want to ever make 150 tacos at that hour ever again.
I'm sure. That's a nightmare to have to do that later.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What so you got 2 more in your top 5. What else you got?
I think that's it. Like for me, so you did the candy
cake. You're cool with the candy cakes at number 1?
Yeah, candy cake's number 1, yes. I was gonna have to leave if that wasn't on your list.
No, that was number 1.
But yeah, so candy cakes, the honey bun for me, the pie. I would just change the flavor. I would put the pie a little higher on my end because that's more my speed. Like I'm not like I don't have.
Are you going the glazed icing? Oh no, you don't like icing. I was gonna say, do you go the glazed pie or the regular pie?
I'll do both, but I'll do the regular pie. But see that glaze?
I prefer the regular one too.
That glaze is the glaze on the honey bun. It's like the same type of glaze. That glazy frosting thing.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were going to go with that or the regular. Like I said, I prefer also the regular pie.
I'll tell you who has a better pie than TastyKake. I think it's Drake's pie.
Yes, not even close. It's not even close.
That pie is insanity. Insanity pie.
I mean, we might have to have a Drake versus Little Debbie versus TastyKake taste off.
Yo, the Little Debbie brownies.
People aren't ready for that. I mean, we tried to tell this to Devin last year. When we had Devin on last year, we tried to tell her about Little Debbie. She just didn't want to hear it.
Little Debbie is fire. Little Debbie is fire. Like, I mean, listen, this is a Pennsylvania area we live in, Philadelphia area. Everyone, TastyKake is it's like going against hers.
Oh, TastyKake is national. You can get TastyKake.
No, I know, I get it, but like in this area, it comes from here.
Oh, in this area, it's goated. It's goated.
Yeah, so like it's like hers. Like people don't want to go to hers is the area, but Little Debbie and Drake's coffee cakes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
so good.
You know, the coffee cake got an honorable mention. If I could go to 6, coffee cake would be sitting at 6.
Here's another one that doesn't get talked about enough, and this is more of old school, like over like your grandma's house. Entenmann's.
Oh, the Entenmann's chocolate chip cookie. That is like, I can overdose on those.
I like that. Whatever, like it was like a cheesecake or something. It had like the white frosting on that white.
Oh, it's the cheese Danish. The cheese Danish.
Oh yes, so good.
My mom's go-to. Yeah, that's what my mom go. She goes to pick something up from the grocery store. I remember many times. I mean, you know how it is, like when you're in high school, waking up at like 3 PM on the weekends. Yep. Many times in my life, I would wake up, go downstairs. My mom came. Saturday morning, my mom came home from the grocery store, and there's an Entenmann cheese Danish sitting on the counter. You best believe I'm digging into that.
And the box just looks so appetizing. Like it makes you it looks so fancy with the blue writing.
Hey, man, come here and eat me.
Yep. Say, get over here. Get over here, big fella.
Yeah, we wait all day for you to open me.
Yes. Yep. That was like old school, like grandparents. That was like the dessert after the family dinner. If no one made the dessert, you bring out the Entenmann. Mm-hmm. People get the coffee out with a saucer underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Slice that bad boy up.
Oh, no doubt about it.
All right, you got
anything? You got anything else? I mean, come see me at the Borgata this weekend if everybody's down there.
Yeah,
actually, no. Come see Lombardi. Don't come see me. Come see Lombardi.
That'll be a fun way to watch some games on Sunday. I'm sure a lot of people will be down there. A lot of people.
Oh, it's going to be mobbed. It's going to be a packed house.
The first football Sunday of the year. I do feel the Eagles win the game. I think it might be a little closer than people are comfortable with, but a win is a win is a win. So just get the dub.
Win's a win. Dub's a dub. Oh, I got to give a PSA real quick.
Okay.
We need to eliminate this naked bike challenge that people do in Philly.
What?
Yeah, there's people riding their bikes around naked in the streets of Philadelphia, Marcus, and it's not okay.
It's not okay.
It is not okay, Marcus. I saw somebody.
Men.
What's that?
Men and women, or just men?
I only saw a man doing it, but that doesn't mean there weren't women there. I only saw a dude. There's children out there.
If you're a man, you got one rock, hitting one rock the wrong way.
Marcus, this guy was dressed in full face paint like the Joker. John, out. Everything's out. I'm at a red light. I look over. Homie's naked. I go to Sarah. I didn't, paraphrasing because I use exactly what words you think. Is that what I think it is? But obviously I used much more colorful language because it was just me and her in the car. She looks it over and goes, sure is.
Can't you be arrested?
It was a thing. It was a thing that was going on.
Yeah, but
sanctioned by the city. We're going to arrest all 10,000 people that are the city okay to do it?
Doing this?
I mean, I just made up a number. But there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people doing this.
Yeah,
all through Marcus. This was a Saturday afternoon in Fairmount Park.
That's not.
There's children out there.
Yeah, that's
barbecues. This can't be okay.
No, it's definitely not okay.
So I just wanted to get that PSA out there. Some people might be mad at me. Oh, man, no. I don't care that it was a sanctioned event by the city. I'm not okay with that.
No, we don't need to see that. And if you're a guy, especially like I said, you got a rock. Here
it is. Here it is right here. It's the Philly Naked Bike Ride to promote body positivity.
Yeah, if you want to be positive about your body, fine. I don't need to say it.
No.
Keep your positive. Be positive in your home with clothes on. Come outside with clothes on. I don't want to see that.
Like, imagine, you have 2 young kids. What if you're out at the park and you look to your right and you see that?
Yeah, yeah, that's not going to work for me.
I mean, like we're talking, Marcus. These people were riding through the sidewalks of Fairmount Park.
Yeah, that's not going to work for me.
As the Joker, dress as the Joker. That's the thing that I was, because when I didn't realize in real time that it was a sanctioned event. At first, I was just like, "There's a naked Joker," and this is at like 2 p.m. on a Saturday.
Right.
I'm just like, yeah, I need to get the hell out of the city. Later on, I found out it was an event. But I was just like, there's a naked Joker on a bicycle. Like, this is. I've seen enough movies to know I don't want to be here.
No. Anyway.
I just want to get that PSA out there. Like, that is not okay. There were children present.
Yeah, it's not okay. I'm not happy with that. At Marcus tweeting everywhere.
At Justin Emery Show on social media.
Brad and Mary Pod everywhere. BradMichelle.com for merch. Follow our friends at Vans Jewelers, 332 York Road. Check them out. The harder get that jewelry off.
Make sure to go eat that W like Jameis Winston does.
Yeah. Until next time, you can be with us, you can be against us, but never going to stop us. Late. Go Bird.